Look at that. I was on mute. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Gratitude and Gains by the Who You Know Show. Super excited you're here with me this morning. Gratitude and Gains is where we're going to get our blood pumping, get our bodies moving. We're going to share our gratitude, our goals, and build some momentum so we can keep climbing higher every single day. So I'm excited you're here with me. Let's go ahead and check in the chat when you come on in. Rock your city, rep your hood. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if this is your first time here, put a 1 in the chat. If you're a repeat, put a 2. All right. So make sure to check in with me first thing. But let's go ahead and get into it this morning. So I was going into my gratitude and goals this morning, and a couple things I wrote down that I'm grateful for. Number one is I'm grateful for fresh, new ideas. I've got ideas have just been flowing through my brain like crazy lately. A lot of innovation and creation that's happening. And one of those ideas I actually did an episode on yesterday at the studio, which is an anthem strategy, basically creating a song using AI to help spread joy and spread love and appreciation for people in the community that you either, people that you love, or maybe people that you want to get in their space or build relationships with. Or open doors for business purposes. There's a million different use cases, and I did a whole episode on that yesterday, different things that you can do with that, but basically creating people their own kind of like walk-on song, their own anthem. And so anyways, I'm implementing some new creative things, new strategies, and I actually did it yesterday with one of my dear friends, Fanny Dunnigan. I made her a song and sent it to her. And she called me. She was like, called me immediately. Like, she was like, "Are you trying to make me cry?" She was like all emotional. I mean, the song was so powerful and it was her song, So anyways, it's something that is so powerful. It takes minimum effort, but it creates a maximum impact. It really hits people emotionally. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking at different ways I can implement that. So I'm grateful I wrote that down. I'm grateful for that powerful response from Fanny after she got her song. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the sale of my Harley, even though it's kind of bittersweet. I sold my Harley finally. It's been on the market for maybe a year and a half, which was kind of a burden. It's just been sitting there collecting dust. And so finally got rid of that. And I have another one. I got 2 Harleys. Well, had 2. Now I got 1. So I'm grateful for that. And another day of my health, my focus, and a chance to encourage other people. So grateful for that as well. So those were just a couple of things I jotted down this morning. I would love to hear what are the things you're grateful for. Could be big, could be small, but gratitude is so important. As I was going through reading scripture this morning, I was reading Judges 6. And so I'm going to go over some of that and some of my takeaways. So Gideon felt overwhelmed and unqualified. All right. Have you ever felt that way? Overwhelmed and unqualified? I know I have. but God called him a mighty warrior and reminded him, I will be with you. So my takeaway there is that God often calls us in the middle of our doubts and our weaknesses, right? Not after we feel ready, not after we think we got it all put together. He usually comes and grabs you right out of the middle of your mess, you know? And he uses people, and he usually uses the people who are not, that don't feel that qualified. So how many of you have ever felt overwhelmed and unqualified, right? That doesn't mean you are, God can still use that. So that was my takeaway there. I also have this other book called Jesus Calling, and it's a daily devotional. It's got some information in there, and every day you read it. So for today, my takeaway here was, it said, when many things seem to be going wrong, trust me, thank me, even when it seems unnatural. Gradually, you will recover your lost ground. So think about that. Even when things seem like they're going wrong, thank me, trust me. That's gratitude, right? Be thankful and grateful. It teaches us that trust, which is faith, and gratitude inside of chaos brings us peace and a fresh perspective, right? So, this gratitude stuff, it may seem woo, 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 all right? For some of y'all, you hear it and you're like, gratitude, whatever. It's so important. It's so important every single day. Gratitude and goals, right? That's what this show's all about. So that's what I was reading on. When things seem to be going wrong, trust me and thank me, even when it seems unnatural. And gradually, you will recover your lost ground. So I love that. Some personal reflection, some things that I've got going on. I'm actually thinking about making some pivots. And I don't know, I'm a little bit conflicted. So maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe you can help me out. I'm a little conflicted, all right? I'm feeling like there's not enough time in the day. I got so many things going on, which is all great. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have a lot of activity, but I feel like I'm juggling sometimes, I'm juggling things, not enough hours in the day to manage, this morning show, my workout, studio work, client projects, studying, dating, just all the things in life you got going on at the same time, juggling. There's not enough time in the day to pursue all the ideas that I want to, accomplish, all the things that I want to do. So I have to prioritize. And this is something that I struggle with, is that I'm always trying to do new things. Like, it's a blessing and a curse, because I'm willing to try new things. A lot of times I'll get results where other people won't take action. I'm kind of an early adopter in a lot of things, and but it's also a curse in the way that, because I'm juggling so many projects at the same time, sometimes things slip through the cracks, or they don't get finished, or they just take longer. I usually finish things. Sometimes they just take longer. So I say all this to say that right now, one of the things that's a super priority for me is passing my Series 65, which you guys know I've been talking about. And so I'm thinking about potentially putting this show on pause while I study, use that time in the morning, that extra time in the morning to study. And I'm conflicted on it because I've really enjoyed doing this. It would just be a pause. It wouldn't be a cancel. I would definitely pick this up again because I enjoy it. It's good for me. It's healthy for me. I've had comments come in that people love that I'm doing this. So, but it's a little conflicting because I just started. And I'm like, all right, done it for like 2 weeks now. I think we're on episode like 16, something like that. And so I'm a little conflicted. I'm like, but it could be just a temporary thing. Well, I continue my studies, hammer down on it, and pass the test and get that behind me so I can move forward. So that was one thought. Another thought was literally shutting down for like a week, like taking a week off to just cram and study and just get it done. So y'all be praying for me on that. I still haven't made a decision yet on which way I'm going to go. But ultimately, that's just one of those things that I got to get it checked off the list. I have to get it done ASAP. And I not only do I have to get it done, but like, I don't want to procrastinate, and I don't want to lose momentum in the study that I've already done. So anyways, that's one thing I'm working on, and I'm praying for guidance and the capacity, to finish that as well as all the other things I got going on. All right. And I'm kind of acknowledging right now the tension between being faithful to my commitments and needing to steward also my future goals wisely, right? It's a balance. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. What would you do, right? Would you take off a week and just study and cram? Would you put this show on pause and study in the mornings, right? Like, what would you do? Would you try to juggle it all? I don't know. I'm praying about that. And there you go. So those are just a few things that I've got going on behind the scenes. Love to hear what you got going on. What are you working on? Tell me in the chat as well. I'd love to hear what you have going on. Let me see what we got. I see we got Javi Martinez on Instagram. Good to see you. Good morning. Let's see. If this is your first time tuning in, just put a 1 in the chat. If you've been here before, put a 2 in the chat. All right. So again, my goals for today are to seek clarity on whether to pause this morning show or temporarily and focus on the Series 65 or take a week off. I just need clarity there. So that's my goal. I'm going to make a decision today. I don't need to take all day or take too long to decide that. I just need to decide right away. I'm going to continue nurturing my Anthem campaign. I'm going to start implementing that right away because I've seen already the massive impact that has on people. It's going to be a tool to really spread joy, build meaningful connections, build relationships, help me open doors. I mean, it's going to do so much. So I'm excited about that. Keep on my health routines and Today is day 18 with no smoking, so that is super positive. For those of you that are just joining, I stopped smoking 18 days ago, quit smoking, so I'm on a roll, cold turkey, no smoking. Haven't drank in 38 days, not a drink, not a sip, so that's also positive. People ask me, they're like, are you going to quit drinking forever? Like, I don't know, it just depends. But right now, yeah, I don't need it, don't want it, don't desire it. And the main goal for me is to quit smoking. And so I know alcohol, if I had a drink or two, would make me want to smoke a cigarette. So I'm just not going to do it. No need for it. So keeping that strong, keeping that going. So I'd love to know from you guys, have you ever felt God calling you to keep going when you felt underqualified or overwhelmed? Have you ever felt that before? I know I have. And how do you know when to pause versus push through? Because I'm kind of at that moment right now where I'm like, what do I do? Do I pause? Do I push through? Do I keep going? What do I do? All right. So I'd love to hear your feedback. What you think I should do? Because I hope this message this morning has encouraged you, lift you up somehow. Hope it at least got you up, okay? Got to get you up in the morning. And make sure to check in with the normal Who You Know Show podcast. I had some amazing episodes that I recorded yesterday at the studio. I did 4 episodes, was there for pretty much the whole day at the studio. And you're not going to want to miss it. We got some amazing guests coming that you guys are going to want to check out. And make sure you tune in, subscribe to the Who You Know Show podcast, because that's where I get to interview some of the world's best thought leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, entertainers, celebrities, athletes, anybody doing big things, and really get to dissect their blueprint to success in their health, wealth, business, career, relationships, and life. And I get to bring that to you so that you can implement some of those strategies and things in your life to make your life better. So make sure you tune into that. And as always, guys, I hope you have an amazing, blessed day. I see we got Nicole. All right. Nicole's online with us. She says, pause to retain information. Cramming isn't sustainable. Okay. I love that. Pause to retain information. Okay. Thank you for that feedback. Cramming isn't sustainable. I don't know. Yeah, it might not be sustainable long term, but like for me, if I can just cram it and then go take the test, I don't know. But you're right. To me, it's about being able to do a little piece every single day, consistently, every single day. But in order for me to do that, I was doing it in the morning, but then I started this show. So I'm like, I'm going to have to put this down for a moment, just put it aside in order to keep studying, keep focused that way. Or I just take off a week and just hammer it out and take the test that week. So I'm kind of like going 2 ways with it. Not really sure, but that's great. Pause to retain information. Cramming isn't sustainable. Thank you for sharing that. So Nicole, this is your first time here. Thank you for joining in. If this is your first time to Gratitude and Gains, put a 1 in the chat. If you are a repeat, put a 2 in the chat. Would love to give you a shout out. Thank you so much, Nicole. I see you this morning. Hope you have an amazing, blessed day. I see we got Coley 15 over there on Instagram. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. I see you. Javi Martinez 21 over there on Instagram. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. As we head into the weekend, right? Happy Friday. What is something that you are grateful for this morning? Tell me in the chat. What is something you're grateful for? And what's one goal you're working on? Would love to hear that as well. All right. So thanks again for tuning in with me. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have an amazing, blessed day. Have a great weekend. And I will see you on Monday. All right. I'll see you on Monday. Then I will let you know. I will have a decision made for you on Monday. What I'm doing, whether I'm pausing, okay, putting this on pause for a moment, or whether I'm going to push through. Pause or push through. Matter of fact, tell me in the chat. Pause or push through. I see Neil says 2. Good morning, Neil. Anson, my man in the whole 50 grand. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Pause or push through. Sometimes, actually, I don't even really call it a pause. It's a pivot. Yeah, pause, pivot, push through. All right, that's what I'm thinking. Trying to decide what I'm going to do here, but either way, I'm going to get that Series 65 done and put behind me so I can come back and hang out with y'all in the morning for sure. All right. Anyways, I got to finish the rest of my workout. Got a bunch to do this morning. Got a lot more on my plate. So hope y'all have an amazing, blessed day and weekend. And I will see you in the morning. I'll have an answer for you on what we're doing moving forward. Okay. Talk to you soon. Have a blessed day.